So I'm an old IT professional. You know, when the internet was starting, I was in IT. I was building computers. I was building data centers before there were data centers. You know, so I was in the early stages. I've always been excited by technology. You know, the internet drove me. I felt like we were changing the world. Got pretty, you know, as high up as I wanted in that field after a number of years, and then I kind of lost my passion for it. So I started a business, a winery and a label generation business out in New Jersey, and ended up selling that and moving out to Wisconsin to help launch a restaurant and winery out here. And I ended up exiting that situation, and it happened a little faster than I had expected. And that's right when I saw your video. It was literally the next day after that happened. And it was a little stressful. You know, in all my whole career, I've never been out of work. I have 2 little boys and an expensive wife. So, you know, it was a little scary for me. I'd been playing around in crypto for about 5 years, but I was really into it the last 2 or 3, where I really started learning from all the mistakes. I mean, I lost every single time. I was basically losing in crypto up until about a year ago. I got involved with a community and the token went parabolic, and that was great. And that's what gave me the revenue to really start with you. So when I met you and saw your videos, I took the leap. And I'll be honest with you, I was, you know, a random person on the internet that you watch a video with, and you make a commitment like we did to join. It was I was wondering the first night or two whether I made the right decision, but
of course,
I quickly learned that you know, things don't happen for an accident, and what a great decision on my part it was to reach out to you, and I'm so glad I did.
One thing I want to kind of touch base on is, do you think being a part of a community or being a part of like kind of a group like we offer would have helped you avoid some of those mistakes that you initially made in the beginning?
Oh yeah, I made all the classic mistakes that people did when they got into crypto, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, all the Ponzi's, and you know what turned me on was this whole decentralized finance aspect of the fact that the financial world was about to turn on its head. We didn't quite know how. And at that time, I didn't realize it was, you know, Ponzi-nomics, you know, there were crazy gains going on and crazy losses. And, you know, I didn't quite, you know, it was the beginning stages a couple years ago of really a lot of these products. And yes, I lost a lot, and it hurt, but I still could not get over the fact that I felt like this was the beginning stages of something that real that's going to come out of it. Yeah, I sure wish I didn't make those mistakes early on, but by the time I found you, I was ready for real revenue. That's really what, you know, I no longer wanted to play around with giving my money to a project and saying, can you make money off of this? I was only into real revenue. And that's right when I found you.
What would you say were the biggest fears that you had when getting started into DeFi? Were you just ready to dive head first, or did you definitely have some kind of, I guess, questions about some things and stuff that was uncertain?
Yeah, I dive in head first right away. That's just my person. Yeah, I went all in, you know, I mean, even today, I can go 17, 18 hours straight, just learning and diving in. And even today, I'm that excited about what's happening in this space. I believe that we're on the verge of a major change in the world in terms of digital currency and what crypto has to offer. And I want a piece of it in every way. I want to maybe even start a business, and I want to be a part of the community that helps make this happen.
After joining the program, what have you accomplished, and did you reach kind of the initial goals that you set for yourself?
I surpassed every goal that I had. You know, when I saw your videos, and then I joined the group, and I started going through the immense catalog of videos you have, which is amazing, the amount of stuff you have out there. I mean, really, and I dove all in, and I was lucky my wife left for the week. I dove in, man. I was in all day, nights, everything, and it gave me a full week to really get in. And, you know, I had hopes, you know, and again, I think part of it's just the timing. We're entering into a really good cycle too, that makes the APYs even more than I think you can normally get. But I loved the baseline of what I learned, the conservative approach that you kind of that you espouse, and but yet to take some risks as well to kind of help beef up that APY on your overall portfolio. I could not be happier where I'm at. I'm making a living in crypto, and you know, every week I'm pulling out thousands and thousands of dollars, and it's something I never imagined. I wish I was in a state where I could reinvest all those thousands of dollars I'm making a week in fees and kind of build my portfolio that way. But and I'm in a situation where I'm living off of it, and I'm
Yeah.
making more than I was as a salary, which I never thought amazing. I never thought that was possible to make more than I was making as a salary. So, and that's exactly what's happened. And that, by the way, happened. I started pulling out thousands of dollars a week after finishing your phase 3.
Really? That's
Training.
awesome.
Pulling out thousands. So it's been, and I've made mistakes for sure. And I have made mistakes, but I mean, the amount of money coming out every week is unbelievable.
Would you recommend this program for somebody that's kind of in your shoes getting started in DeFi?
Yeah. So, I mean, I had exposure to crypto and to DeFi, but the losing end. So I'm talking to a lot of groups. Everyone wants to hear about my success. I'm involved in a lot of different groups, and I share my successes I've been having with your group. And I'm friends with others that have put out some concentrated liquidity courses and things like that. And I say, you know what? Here's the thing. If you want to learn everything about what's going on, I mean, you really want to learn concentrated liquidity, you got to join a community. And this, Jake has built the tools. If you want tools, and that's the thing I wanted. I wanted tools. I wanted spreadsheets to manage, this. I wanted that builder metrics is amazing. I mean, I think that's the best tool that I've seen out there.
Appreciate it.
And the fact that you built that is just a testament to you. And I wanted the community support to do this for a living. I had a lot on the line. For me, it was my last chance at crypto, honestly. And it was my last chance to make a living at it. And so for me, I had a lot at stake. And what I really appreciated about your approach, and what I still to this day, I teach to others, because I see a lot of people out there, they're doing constantly, and they're chasing these insane APYs. And I always tell them, and it's right from you that I learned it is, find the base assets you want to hold. Okay. Choose a little bit wider of a range and hold them through the bull. That's the whole point, is to let those assets grow in value and hold those. And, by the end of the bull, your base assets have grown tremendously, and you've made all those fees where you could either, reinvest some of those back in or take it like I am. But that to me is kind of the core of what I took away from everything I've learned from your group. And I really believe in that. I do have some deep in plays, man. No question. I'm trying to make some high APYs on some others, but I have a core base of assets that I believe in that I want to hold. ETH, Solana, BTC. Those are my 3 core assets. I want those 3 assets to hold to make sure that I have exposure to what I think is about to happen in the next 2 years. So I love being able to jump into your private group and be able to talk to anybody, share ideas. A lot of smart people in there, and to me, that's valuable. I think what we're doing is what DeFi was supposed to do. This was exactly what it was supposed to be, and you have led this. And I give you all the credit in the world for pulling this together. And I couldn't be more appreciative. I made back the money I invested in your course in 1 week.
And I think something that a lot of people, and even like a lot of groups that are like kind of teaching this type of stuff often overlook is the impermanent loss aspect, or the opportunity cost. And granted, you could say like, hey, I wasn't planning on holding these assets, I was planning on holding ETH. Well, you still need to compare it to if you were to hold ETH, and you want to make sure that the time that you're investing is worth what you're actually getting out of it.
Yeah, it's using your tools, you can find a lot of these gems, and there's no better feeling than actually finding a gem. So I found my recent one that I just found. It's been paying over 1,200% APY. It's been great. Like I said, I can't say enough. Honestly, it's been life-changing and so exciting to be able to apply what I've learned from your group. And I'm helping people around, the internet that I meet, and obviously with not your skill level, but I've been able to help people, and
That's great.
I find that really rewarding.